Hi, I'm JJ. Welcome or welcome back. This is Tag for Tag Tuesday, one of three that I'm doing today just because they're all kind of time sensitive and I wanted to get them in. So this is the first one and it's called Summer Kickoff Book Tag, and it was created by the Ansible Library and I was tagged by Michael's Backlog. So the first prompt is Summer Sunrise, a book that got you ready, or a book that got your reading year off to a great start. I really need to learn to write more clearly. And that was one of the first books I read in January, and it's The Color Purple by Alice Walker. 5-star read. I still think about it constantly. It's a really good book. It's also really hot right here, so it's perfect for all these summer ones. Number 2, Packed in the Suitcase, a book that you're hoping to read this summer. So I do have 2, just because if it's actually in a suitcase, I want to go with the lighter one. If I need the extra time to read, I would go with a bigger one. So this is Shadow of Night by Deborah Harkness, and I have not done my reading wrap-up yet, but I had finished A Discovery of Witches and absolutely loved it. It was vampires and witches in an origin story that felt new and unique and fun, but in book 2 it also deals with time traveling that was mentioned in the first book as one of the witch's possible powers, and it was really cool to think about. And they're supposed to be time traveling back to the Elizabethan era, so at the court of Queen Elizabeth. So it is a time period that I enjoy, so I'm very much looking forward to this book. And like I said, if I'm packing extra heavy or want to do a nonfiction instead, it would be Chasing Beauty that I want to make sure that I get through this summer. And this is The Life of Isabella Stewart Gardner by Natalie Dykstra. And so this is her collection of art through the years as she was fascinated by art and artists and basically amassed a personal museum. I'm doing kind of my own reading grouplet, and that will fit in nicely with some of the other things that I've been reading. I just finished The Man Who Stole from the Gods, which was about art theft from Cambodia, from the Khmer Rouge after that, and then a couple nonfiction other books and a couple fiction that I'm kind of going with, so that I am planning to get to. I just hope it's this summer. Number 3, The Open Road, a book that took you somewhere unforgettable. It's always going to be endurance, and that is Alfred Lansing's story about the Ernest Shackleton adventure, misadventure, tragedy, survival, whatever you want to call it, but the Antarctic expedition. Number 4, Turning Up the Heat, a book that completely grabbed your attention and wouldn't let go. Queen of Faces by Petra Lord. The fantasy, I did a bunch of videos about it, including a specific review video for it, but it is sci-fi, has some magical elements and everything like that. So I really enjoyed it, and I'm also looking forward to book 2 of this. Number 5. A book that caught you completely by surprise. And that was Master and Margarita by Mikhail Bulgakov. I probably probably pronounced that first name wrong, but yeah, it was a book that caught me by surprise. I I liked it a lot more than I was expecting. I thought I would be intrigued and amused by it, but I really did enjoy it. Growing Season, an author that you've grown to appreciate over time. And I just finished my rereading of Moby Dick by Herman Melville, so he's definitely one that took time because I did not overly love it the first time around, but I really got a lot out of it this time around, and I did do a video specifically about that as well. And then number 7, Campfire Conversation, a book that you could happily spend an evening talking about. That would be anything by Shakespeare. I'm rereading a bunch of his stuff. I have just a huge appreciation for any of his work, all the different layers that you can get out of it, and I could talk about it all the time. I guess if I had to pick one, for comedy, I really enjoy The 12th Night, rereading and the depth and stuff there. I do also really like Measure for Measure. For tragedy, though, it could be, Othello, Hamlet. I do want to reread King Lear again. I haven't gotten to that one yet, but there's just so many. I just recently reread Romeo and Juliet, and I really enjoyed that. Every time I read him, I get a lot out of it. Number 8, The Long Day, a long book that was worth every page. And this one I got it as a used copy, so it does not have a cover jacket or anything. But this is When Christ and His Saints Slept. This is book 1 by Sharon K. Penman of the Henry II and Eleanor of Aquitaine trilogy, but it's actually a 5-book series, because then there's also going to be 2 books, or are 2 books, about Richard I as well. And I've read the first 2, and this one was well worth the read. This is book 1. I actually even enjoyed book 2 better, as you're knowing her writing style, kind of the history and the people involved, so it doesn't feel as overwhelming if you're trying to get to know all the minor characters and stuff. So the second one I liked even more, Time and Chance. And then Summer Project, number 9, a series, author, or reading goal you're hoping to tackle this summer. So for a reading goal, I've been starting or going to start rereading the Odyssey and Ulysses together. And I'm currently listening to Odysseus in America, which is a sequel nonfiction book by a psychologist talking about basically combat veterans return from war and all that entails. And he talks about their struggles and their journeys, and then associates it with the different trials and tribulations of Odysseus on his way home. And he had already done one that I read, Achilles in Vietnam, where he did the same thing. And so then I did my Achilles reread earlier. And so since I'm delving into like the psychology behind the Odyssey and Odysseus prior to starting those 2 books, I also plan to read this. It's a graphic novel, but it is a biography of James Joyce, so The Portrait of a Dubliner by Alfonso Zapico, to hopefully deep dive a bit into James Joyce and his life, and hopefully get possibly some of his inspirations and understanding before delving back into Ulysses, so that I can kind of take it from both angles. And so that's my reading goal. And then it also fits really nicely because I created in doing this event in August, Graphic August. I'm just gonna kind of focus a lot on either nonfiction or memoirs that are graphic novels. But the idea is to join me, read graphic novels of any kind. So even if you're not into nonfiction, just to try dipping your toes into reading graphic novels. So that is an event and project that I'm working on as well. And then number 10, Summer Sunset, a book that you'll think about still, or that you'll still be thinking about when summer is over. And I've read several. Beloved, I finished it up. That will be with me for a long time. And that one, Toni Morrison. But I read that along with Paradise Lost by John Milton. And I still think about that one at times as well. So I think both of those, especially since I read them together, will be kind of turning along in my head. As well as I'm still, like I said, thinking about Color Purple. And another one that I really enjoyed this year that I didn't expect to like as much as I did was Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. And that one I do constantly think about as well, in a completely different way and reason than the others, but it is also still on my mind. So those are all the prompts. I don't know who has done this one yet, but I will be tagging a whole bunch of people here, and if you've already done it, then disregard, but not. I look forward to watching your videos. So thank you, Michael, for tagging me, and thank you for this wonderful opportunity to always talk about books and these great prompts. And as always, happy reading.